Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Dil. Welcome back to my channel. So I haven't uploaded a video in about 3 weeks, I think. It's been a long time, but nothing major happened. I'm healthy, my partner's healthy, our dogs are healthy. With everything just going on right now, I felt like I just needed to take a break from social media, including YouTube. So I spent the last 3 weeks basically just kind of getting my center back. I picked up skateboarding again. Which I used to do when I was a kid and I loved. So that's fun. We also went to Joshua Tree to celebrate my partner's birthday. So that was also fun. Very hot. Don't recommend going there during the summer. Especially don't recommend hiking during the middle of the day in the middle of the summer, because that is not, just don't do it. But if you haven't been to Joshua Tree, and you live in California, or you're planning on visiting California, I highly recommend visiting Joshua Tree Park, because it is the most beautiful park in California. It has these kind of like weird rock formations. Keep it on, and that is the only place where Joshua Tree, where they get the name from, also grows. So yeah, definitely check it out if you're ever in California, or if you've never been before. It's close to Palm Springs. So yeah, but anyway, I am back because I came home to work today and I saw that one of the plants that I bought about 8 or 9 months ago finally bloomed today. Well, I saw that it was blooming, but the flowers finally opened and I'm very excited about it. And it's an orchid. I'm not an orchid person, don't really know how to grow them. My mom and my sister is an orchid collector, but I don't know, I find them beautiful and I like having them in the house, but I think it's because they're so common and you see them in stores and you see them everywhere. So I typically like or gravitate towards more uncommon plants, especially weird ones. So, but this one is a really good one. So I wanted to make sure that I share this with you guys before, because I'm not really sure how long this flower is gonna last. So, but anyway, let me stop talking. Let me just show you guys what this plant looks like. All right, so here it is, right? You're probably thinking to yourself, that's just some old boring orchid leaf. But if I keep going up, look at that, guys. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Look how weird that flower is. It's so long. It looks like little fingers, but it's also very beautiful. It's probably one of the most beautiful orchid flowers that I've ever seen. Let me focus. Look at that. So I actually saw a video of this plant. For some reason it got recommended to me. It's a YouTuber named Miss Orchid. I think that's what her name is. But she did kind of like a video about this plant, and as soon as I saw the flower, I was just like, I just gotta have that plant because it's so weird, but at the same time, it's probably one of the most beautiful orchid flower that I've ever seen. And the name for this orchid is it's also kind of funny. I don't know who named this orchid, but it's called a Bulbophyllum Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry. Whoever named this orchid has to be either gay or a hopeless romantic, but and I don't say that like in a mean-spirited way. I'm also gay myself. It's just that because that's exactly, if I were given a chance to name a plant, that's exactly how I would name it. But yeah, so this is called a Bulbophyllum Elizabeth Ann Buckleberry. And I mean, just look at, I'm trying to make the focus here. Look at that. Look at that flower. It's just It's so weird. It looks like little fingers with long fingernails. There's 6 of them. So I guess these are called sepals. These long finger-like things. These are also called sepals. These little hairy, I guess you could call them leaf that looks like little hats at top. And these are called their little, I don't know what you call it, tongues, not really sure. But they move. If you move this flower, I don't know if you could actually see that, but those little tongues actually move when the flower moves. I guess that's to attract pollinators. And these, what I've read, is that these actually should have, a lot of bulbophyllums actually have, flowers actually have a stench to them because their main pollinators are flies. But I don't think this smells pretty nice to me. It doesn't really have a smell. I was kind of worried that it would because I've heard stories about other bulbophyllums where people just had to put the plant outside when it's blooming because they can't stand the smell of the flowers. But this one doesn't have any smell at all, and it's very easy to take care of. I just have it growing in a orchid bark and sphagnum moss blend. As far as watering, I water it when the sphagnum moss at top dries up, which is probably once or twice a week, depending on the growing season. Now that it's flowering, actually, I'm finding myself having to water this more often because it's taking in a lot more water. You really need to make sure that you don't use a regular tap water to water these. I use distilled water to water all my plants, actually, because I live in California and we have a bunch of chemicals in our water, and you definitely do not want your plants absorbing those, especially plants that don't get watered all the time, because when they do need to get water, they will soak up all those really bad minerals and chemicals and stuff like that. So yeah, make sure you water these with distilled water. I fertilize this maybe once a month. Although now that it's flowering, I'm fertilizing it every other time I water it. And all the fertilizer I use is just, let me get it. I ran out of fertilizer. Basically, it's just a Miracle-Gro. It's the one that you spray. So it's just easy. I tend to go for more of an easy thing. So, but that seems to work. So, but yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this flower because it's crazy. I actually bought this about 8 or 9 months ago from a seller on eBay. I forget what the seller's name. I didn't think that it would bloom or that I could actually get it to bloom. I've never been successful in getting any of my orchids to rebloom. I've had the same orchids in our coffee table for like 2 years now, and once they were done blooming, I've never gotten them to rebloom again. And everyone keeps telling me to get rid of them, but I feel bad because their leaves are healthy. I'm hoping that one day they will rebloom for me. So, but yeah, definitely, if you guys could get your hands on one of these, and if you guys like weird flowers, this is definitely one to get for your collection, because it is just, I've seen pictures and I've seen videos of this flower, but seeing it in person actually really does take your breath away. And I just have it growing in this plastic bonsai pot. It's because it's all I had. But now that I've seen the flower and now that I know that I can actually get it to bloom, I'm going to treat it to a nicer pot hanging plant, because the flowers do like to hang down a little bit. So, but yeah, you guys, I just wanted to show you guys this, and I really wanted to come back to making videos, and I thought this was a perfect way to come back to making videos again. So definitely get yourself one of these if you guys are into orchids, or you guys are like me, are just into really weird plants and flowers. Bulbophyllum, Elizabeth, and Buckleberry. So thank you guys again for watching. If you haven't subscribed and you guys like plants and gardening, hit that subscribe button. And for those of you who have been following me, thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. It's so weird. Look at it. It's so long. It's so long. All right, bye.